sleeping commentary thing. Cecil tried to do a 32-man tournament, and it was already late at night. And by the time it got to the last one, he was falling asleep and shit. Yeah. Hey, Nikolai backwards. Bite me, bitch. Warcraftnetwork.com gets you lost. Okay, that's funny. I thought it got you wet, you sick, perverted individual. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll tell another story because I'm running out of shit to talk about. So, I'm going to tell another story from my awesome I'm a punk rocker days. Cecil already missed me taking a shit in some guy's Jeep story. Back when I hung out with the punk rockers. When I was about 17 or so. Actually, I was 18 when this happened. Me and my friends decided that, hey, why should we pay for pop when we can just run up to these stores like Quick Trip and shit, and they leave their cubes of pop out in front of the store with, like, no way to see them, really. So, we would go to a bunch of different gas stations and just run up and grab the shit and steal it, and then just take off. And we never really got caught, till one day we did get caught, which really, really sucked, because I almost went to jail! Woo! Anyway, I was 18, my other friend was 18. We had done this like a ton of times. We went and we were going to steal 2 24-can cubes of pop, so we went and we grabbed it. And the guy in... well, one time we almost got busted where we grabbed the pop and we ran out, I ran out, and one of the guys from Quick Trip ran out of the fucking door and started chasing me. He's like, hey, you! Hey! So I'm hauling ass, I jump in the car. Some chick is driving my friend's car instead of me, and she fucking floods the gas. She does something, she fucks the car up and it stalls. So if that Quick Trip guy had wanted to, he probably could have just run up and punched me right in the face or some shit, but instead he just stopped and wrote down the license plate number. But anyway, that was a different time. The time when we got busted, we had the super bright idea. Nobody can ever tell me that I can't come up with some awesome ideas. Okay, they can tell me that if they want to, especially after you hear this fucking story. So we went and we stole, what's that, about 48 cans of pop. And obviously we couldn't drink all of it, and it was warm because it wasn't in the refrigerator. So what else can you do with pop besides drink it? I know, let's throw pop cans out of a moving car. So that's what we did. So we had 48 cans of pop, and we're just driving down the street thinking, man, this is funny. And we're like throwing pop cans out of the car and like busting people's windshields out and stuff. And parked cars. One of the people in the back seat pissed me off, though, because, hey, I'm all for destroying people's property and stuff. At least I was at the time, but I don't want to hit kids on bicycles. This fucker threw a pop can at a kid on a bicycle. And that kind of pissed me off. But anyway, we're sitting there throwing pop cans out of a car. We drive by an apartment complex. There's like a cop car parked there, and I threw a pop can at the cop car and busted the window. Anyway, we're driving around doing this stupid shit thinking, hey, we sure are smart. And anyway, eventually this car started following us. And we're all like, what the fuck? So we look back there, and me being the only halfway intelligent person, I was pretty dumb back then. Don't say shit. I'm smart now. I'm intelligent. Anyway, me being the only halfway smart one in the car, everyone else in the car was like, what the fuck? What's this person's problem that's following us? So they're like, pull over, let's find out what this fucker's problem is. So we pull over, and we all get out of the car, and I'm just like kind of hanging back like, what the fuck are you guys doing? They're like, what's up? And we get out of the car, we start walking towards his car. The woman that was in the car gets out, she has a walkie-talkie. She's like, I have the suspects in my sights, I'm at such and such address, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. She's an undercover cop. So I don't know how long this lady was following us. But she was an undercover cop, and she was following us around while we were throwing pop cans at cars. So we're all like, oh shit, let's get the fuck out of here. So we all pile back into my friend's car, and we start driving off. And then all of a sudden, around the corner comes like 4 cop cars and a fucking SWAT team vehicle. And I'm just like, okay, this isn't good. So we get pulled over. And since I was the biggest guy there, they were afraid I was going to try to start some shit or something. I just shaved my head at the time. So I was bald, and they thought I was like a skinhead or some shit, I guess. They made me get out of the car, they made me get down on my knees and put my hands on my head. Everybody else just got to go sit on the grass. And, yeah. They took a picture of us. The funny thing was, it was 4 cop cars and a SWAT team guy. There's a fucking SWAT team guy for a bunch of teenagers throwing pop cans. They thought we were a gang. They took a picture of me. They're like, look up for the camera. They took a picture. They're like, and we're like, what's this for? They're putting it in their gang book, their book of known gang members. So they took my picture. I don't know if it's still in there. That'd be kind of funny to go there now and say, hey, you guys got that kick-ass gang photo of me back from, like, 8 or 9 years ago? Yeah, the pop gang. The funniest part was they're like, so what side you guys claiming? Me being like the whitest motherfucker in the world, I'm like, what? What side you guys claiming? East side, west side? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Even though the situation was bad and everything, I almost laughed then, because I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, we straight up thugging and bugging, yo. Word. We just be busting the pop can. We gonna pop a pop in your ass, motherfucker. So they thought we were a gang. They're like asking us how old we are. Everybody else in the car was like 16, 17. Me and my friend that was driving were like 18. The cop's like, good. Old enough to go to jail. How old are you? I'm like 18. Good. Old enough to go to jail. So anyway, we had thrown like a ton of pop cans out of the car. We had busted all these windows. And one Jeep in particular, see, I have a history of fucking up Jeeps, I guess, because it was some guy's Jeep. We were driving by, and I had half of the cube of pop left with like 12 cans in it. And I threw it out the window, and it bashed off the back of the guy's Jeep. So that probably did a pretty decent amount of damage there. Half, like 12 cans of pop at once hitting the back of his Jeep. Anyway, the cops basically told us that, alright, we're going to let you guys go because you're all stupid high school students. And they asked us where we went to school. We went to some private school. And so they're like, you know, your parents are spending good money for your education, and this is the kind of shit you guys are out here doing. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. And you're letting your parents down, you're letting this down. The whole time I'm just thinking, are we going to get in trouble? Fuck, I hope not. Especially after the whole, good, old enough to go to jail. I don't want to get owned by some gang members in jail.
Yo, we heard you be claiming the northwest side, motherfucker. Come on here, I'm gonna butt the cap in your ass, bitch.
So I didn't want to go to jail, that was the main thing. So I'm just like, okay. So I was pretty relieved. They're like, okay, you guys can go, but if anybody presses charges, then you can still get in trouble. And I'm like, oh, you just had to add that little but, didn't you, you bitch? So we get to go. I go home and I pretend nothing happened. Because I'm just like, well, my parents don't need to know about this. Because I had already been getting in trouble before anyway, as you can imagine, hanging around with people that like to put pieces of metal through their face for fun.
Look, I got a piercing!
Yeah, okay. Anyway, a couple of days went by, nothing had happened, and I'm at my friend's house. My mom calls me. She's like,
Nathan?
Why is there a detective calling our house? And I say, I don't know. She's like, Nathan, what's going on? Tell me. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're calling. So I'm just sitting here trying to deny it, and then finally I have to tell her, because obviously something's fucking going on. So I tell her what happened. She's like, oh my god,
my baby's going to jail! Oh!
As you can imagine, she was pretty worried. Yeah, thanks. Good job, I know. Good game. So the detective called, so I had to go in and find out. My mom takes me to the police station. This shit was just so fucked up. My mom's driving me to the police station. She's crying the whole way, just like upset that she thinks I'm going to go to jail, and I'm thinking, I hope I'm not going to jail. Boy, that would be no thanks. So we get to the police station, and we walk past all the cop cars and everything, and we get inside, and I get to talk to this detective, and he's like, okay, one person called in that the back of his Jeep was fucked up. Yeah, that would be no thanks. You noob! So we go in there, the guy's Jeep that I threw the half a case of pop at, I had busted out the taillight apparently, and he was the only one that called it in. So I'm like, fuck, shit, fuck. And then, after the guys let me sweat for a little bit about it, they said, he's not pressing charges. Yeah, I worship